5 minutes to speak on this.
Well, thank you so much, Madam Speaker, and I'm really proud to have these 5 minutes to speak on this important piece of legislation. I first of all want to start out by thanking the member from Winnipeg Centre for doing the tremendous amount of work that she has done around this issue of having a real universal basic income for people. This piece of legislation is very simple in the state that it really says it's about creating a wide framework to look at a lot of the issues that the Conservatives have expressed some concerns about. How do we do this? What is the best way to do this? And would it be the most effective? When we look at the state of our society right now, we just see an increase of poverty. And we see it in the numbers. We know that the people that are everyday people working hard are making pretty stagnant income. The level of their income is staying at the place that it's been for a very long time. At the same time, the wealthiest people in this country and in many other countries are seeing a huge increase. So when we look at our system, it's becoming essentially unfair. And that's why we need to start looking at innovative programs like this, because it really says that we need a bar of dignity in our country that nobody should fall below. And I am not unlike every other Canadian who goes out in their community and lives in their community, and what we're seeing is more and more people struggling. We're seeing more and more people living on the streets. You know, I always say to people, it's easy to judge people who are living on the streets. I know who I am, but if you put me out on the streets with nothing, I have no idea who I would become. And that's what's happening in this country, is we're seeing people become disposable. But there are no disposable people, and it's wrong that we're there. So something like a guaranteed livable income would really talk about making sure people have the resources that they need. And Madam Speaker, I don't know if this place is being as thoughtful on this as they might be. Today we had a person, a veteran, come and speak to us. And one of the things that he talked about is how the system in Veterans Affairs under the Conservative and the Liberal government has increasingly become more frustrating. So if you come home as a veteran and you have trauma, you have illness, you have some sort of suffering, your partner now has to go out and fight for that money because it's a separate part of the bucket of money that goes to veterans. I don't know how many loved ones we've seen come to us and talk about the fact that they don't have enough time to work as much as they would like to because they're caring for their loved one. And so when we keep making these little buckets that people have to go and find out, know if they're available, know if they're allowed to, it makes the system fail for so many people. So we see them falling through the cracks. And by the time they've fallen through the cracks, the need is so high that addressing that need becomes overwhelming. You know, we've seen this work done in different places. I think of the thank you, I'm just got to go through this. The one place in Ontario where the Liberal government did it not too long ago, what they saw was mental health outcomes got better. People got to work. Oh my gosh, if you're not just trying to survive and you have absolutely nothing, it's really hard to dress nice enough to go get an interview. It's really hard to find the time if you have nobody to watch your kids to get out there and do those things. When people have a stable income, it doesn't make them not work. I'm tired of listening to Conservatives say that. It's not true. People thrive in opportunity, but it's hard to thrive when you don't know how you're going to survive the next day. And I think of people in my riding, you know, I'm going to be talking about this again and again. Right now we have seniors, another guaranteed livable system in our system, which is the guaranteed income supplement. Poorest seniors in Canada, their CPP got raised, and this government didn't think about it for a minute. So what happened the next year? Their GIS got cut substantively, and now they're trying to make it through the month. They lost money because nobody plans. That's why we need a holistic program that serves everyone.